How important is having a dad when growing up? Let's find out. Welcome back, mom and dads, and today is especially important for dads. I'm here to tell you that you matter. So far, we know that kids who grow up with a present engaged dad are less likely to drop out of school or wind up in jail. They are more likely to have high-paying jobs and healthy, stable relationships when they grow up. But you'll be surprised to know that all these positive benefits about having a dad is relatively recent finding. Until the 1960s, there were hardly any expert recommendation when it comes to the importance of having a dad when raising a child. But that has changed significantly now, and there is a lot more research done on this topic. Within the last few decades, there were many studies that showed that having an engaged and present dad has a huge benefit to the child when it comes to the emotional, social, and behavioral developments. And being an engaged and present dad doesn't mean you have to be the world's best dad by taking your family on expensive family trips or showering your children with lots of gifts. It's actually a lot simpler than that. A study in 2010 suggests that when a father is involved in everyday tasks such as having dinner, playing in the backyard, or even playing video games together would provide great benefits to your child. Dads, this is the perfect excuse to get that PlayStation or the Xbox. Tell your wife that it is scientifically proven that playing video games together is a good thing. Now, in all seriousness, being present for your children should be your first priority, before even talking about being a good dad. So be involved in the everyday life of your children. It is quite commonly accepted that sons need a father figure. What is not commonly accepted and taken seriously is the importance of having a dad for the daughters. Why dads matter to our daughters. First, dads shape daughters' self-esteem and the body image. For our daughters, dad is their first male role model, so a negative body image can easily be developed by how dads react or speak about other women. And it is not only the verbal cues that they will pick up. They'll be very receptive on the overall attitude that dads have towards women. If you're not careful, you can easily make them feel and think that women's look determines their worth. Just go on Instagram or TikTok. There is so much emphasis on how someone should look like. We have to teach our daughters other intrinsic values that are more important than superficial looks. This is so paramount in building a good foundation on which they can build a happy life. Dads impact daughters' social traits. A lot of dads find it easier to bond with their sons, but dads tend to have a tougher time connecting with their daughters, especially as they grow older. But it is just as important for dads to talk to their daughters as well. There are studies that indicate that daughters who communicate regularly with their dads communicate much better with both genders. This is totally understandable because I've seen cases where boys or girls who went to all boys or all girls schools during their teenage years having a tough time being comfortable in front of the opposite sex. So as a dad who would be the male role model for your daughters, this totally makes sense. Dads show daughters how women deserve to be treated by looking at how we treat our wife. This is especially important for our daughters when it comes to knowing their self-worth and how they should be treated in a relationship. If they only knew about abusive relationships, they will accept it as the norm when they are in an abusive relationship themselves. Treat your wife as you would want your future son-in-law to treat your daughters. Dads are role models for daughters whether we like it or not. Our children do not choose to become our children, but as parents, we choose to have our children. We are responsible for having brought these absolutely precious and beautiful human beings into this world. So love them and cherish them. Accept the fact that you will be the role model and they look to us for guidance. So be their North Star so they are not lost. The importance of the roles we have as dads is often overlooked. That is why I feel it is crucial to know why us dads matter when it comes to our children. And in doing so, we can be more conscious and proactive when raising our children. I hope you found value in this video. And if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. As always, thank you for watching and happy parenting.